Hey guys, it's Marla, Twinstrology. Welcome back. This is a reading for the divine masculine energies. I've decided to do separate videos this week, one for the divine masculine, one for the divine feminine, but please watch both videos. I often get people commenting to me that they resonate with both the masculine and feminine, and that's natural. In fact, you should be resonating with both because our goal is to have a balanced inner masculine and feminine. So please take messages for yourself and your partner from both readings. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please visit my website, which is twinstrology.com. And I also want to announce that I have been asked to be a facilitator for a twin flame workshop, which is being put on by Rob and Angie at Twinfinity. Those of you might remember Rob and Angie. I interviewed them at the Twin Flames Together conference in Boston. We met them in Chicago. They also came to Boston. And I'm so excited that they've decided to put on their own Twin Flame conference. This is going to be in Banff, Alberta, Canada, outside of Calgary. This is in the beautiful Rocky Mountains, and they have found this spectacular hotel and conference center to put this on. The conference room has huge windows overlooking the mountains and the woods. There's going to be plenty of time to explore Banff outside of the conference time. The other people that will be facilitating besides Rob and Angie and myself will be Dio Veselinoff, who many of you know as well, and Debbie Dubois from True Sacred Union, and Kelly McKinstry. So this conference will be October 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then there's going to be an optional tour of the Rockies with Rob and Angie on Monday the 8th. And this is Rob and Angie are going to show us around the sites such as Lake Louise and other beautiful sites that are there in the mountains. So you get to see a little bit extra of the outdoors. It's really going to be amazing. And I cannot emphasize enough how amazing it is to be able to connect with other twin flames in person, in the same room, and you will make lifelong friends with people. I guarantee that if you come. You can find more information on my Facebook page. I've posted a video that Rob and Angie did. You can also go to Rob and Angie's website, Facebook page, which is Twinfinity. And Rob and Angie, if you haven't been following them, I know many of you do, but if you haven't, they've been doing videos on their own, very detailed videos about their 17-year journey getting into union and everything that it has entailed for them. And they've been helping a lot of twins as well. So check out their Facebook, check out their YouTube channel, which is also Twinfinity, for more information. And I'll be sharing more later as well. So I hope to see you there. The astrology right now, very intense. We are in eclipse season combined with Mars retrograde, and we have a Mercury retrograde coming up. This is really why I've decided to do separate videos for the masculine and feminine this week, because I know it's very intense for a lot of you. And I just feel like we'll get some good messages coming through this way. And hopefully the videos won't be too long on either end. So I'm going to clear the energy because I find that's been helping me and you. And this is something I always do when I'm doing personal readings for people. And just take a moment to set your intention about what it is you need to learn from this reading. What messages you want to get, what kind of clarity you need. Now, A lot of the energy that's been going on astrologically is occurring in the fixed signs. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. We've got Uranus, which just moved into Taurus. The North Node has been in Leo. Jupiter's been in Scorpio. And South Node in Aquarius. Now we have Mars retrograde in Aquarius. Mercury retrograde will happen in Leo. And the first eclipse was in Cancer, but the second and third eclipses will be in Aquarius and Leo. So especially if you have planets in the early degrees of the fixed signs, things will be quite intense for you. Or if you have early degree planets in any sign, but the fixed are going to be getting the hard aspects. Okay. I'll be doing an astrology video for the upcoming eclipse. I know I didn't do one last time because I was on vacation. That solar eclipse in Cancer was on my sun and my Mercury, and I was wrapping up a 3-year cycle of having Pluto opposite my sun and Mercury, and I just needed to have some quiet time, but I'm sure that I'll be putting out something for this upcoming eclipse because it will be very intense, guys. And we're heading into the Lion's Gate as well. I feel like that eclipse will be opening the Lion's Gate. So the overall energy of the Divine Masculine is choose your battles. 7 of Wands. So I feel like the poor Divine Masculine, they're really getting hit from every angle. I feel like for many masculines or the masculine energy inside of you, depending on where you're at in your journey, it's almost like every aspect of life seems to be under fire at the moment. And they can't possibly handle, they can't possibly focus on everything. There's so much going on, so much intensity that they have to choose their battles. And so for some of you, you might be something that your Divine Masculine is kind of letting go of right now. They may need to take a break from you because things are intense between you and your twin, kind of no matter what stage you're at. And they may not be able to handle the intensity of the connection with you because they have so many other things to deal with. And that's okay. You have to just kind of give them space right now. And you may also have your Divine Masculine calling for you to find space for yourself as well. So, well, the second card that came out was the 7 of Pentacles, awaiting results. These two cards fell out together. So I feel like this one is saying that it's a time to be patient. Things are growing, but it's also not really a time to move forward because we have so many planets in retrograde, including Mars, which is our drive and our ambition. So for many people, this is a time to pull inward to get the messages. But that's not going to be forever. From the Masters here, we have Taurus, Cosmic Gateway, which of course we know that we are in a cosmic gateway. Miraculous changes are occurring. The masculine energy is going through their rebirthing process right now. Not an easy time. So like I said, it's just about letting them have their space and trusting and focusing back on the self. And if you're being triggered, that's showing you about where you're still needing to do your healing work. We also have follow your heart, St. Francis. So the overall energy for the masculine is follow their heart. The masculine energy in general, remember, is logic. It's mental energy. And they're having to make that transition from the mental to being heart-centered. And that's what the North Node transiting through Leo has been about. And this is them balancing with the divine feminine within. The divine feminine is the heart-centered energy, the intuitive energy. So they're trying to find balance. But what will happen is when we're in that mental energy, we often want to control things. And that's what the masculine energy is needing to let go of at this time, the control, so that they can get into their heart. And so the challenge for many is they're having control taken away from them, or what they thought was control. Because we never really have control anyways, just think we do. And also Merlin came out too. A lot of cards were jumping when I was asking what the overall energy is. And look at that eclipse on there. It's a full moon eclipse. This is bringing in healing energy. Remember, the Mars retrograde is on the South Node, and that's going to be conjunct the full moon eclipse. This is like a huge release. I don't know if we've had a release like this in the last several years. And considering what that energy is, I think many of you are doing great. Many of you are showing that you can maintain your balance through this intense energy. And I want to say too that many of you will be feeling detached from your partner perhaps, and that's okay because they might be experiencing something really intense. And we get detached so that we don't get pulled into their drama or their headspace. As the feminine was going through her process, the divine masculine energy was grounding and holding space for us. Now it's flipped around. The divine feminine has grown enough that she can now hold the space for the divine masculine. This is a bit harder because when the divine masculine was holding space for the feminine, many of them were not that conscious. They may not have been that conscious of the connection. And that was for the divine purpose of them being able to stay balanced through that process. Now the feminine is being called to allow. And what I mean by hold space, I just mean sending love, staying balanced, sending love to that other person, not getting pulled into their drama, just allowing their process to unfold and allowing them to do what they have to do. But as I was saying, it's a bit harder for the feminine because the feminine has already awakened or is conscious of the connection on a deep level. So this is why we've had such an intense growth process, so that now we can stand strong and we can stay in our balanced place and hold space for them, even though we feel the connection so strongly. This is why we have to focus on our intuition and believing in our intuition and the messages that we've been getting. So what is the biggest challenge for the divine masculine right now? coming together. 2 of Cups. So the hardest part for them is trying to, I want to say, be balanced with the feminine. Finding that inner balance of the masculine and feminine, and also trying to find balance with their divine feminine partners. As I said, they're feeling under pressure in so many ways, and they may kind of drop your connection at the moment. What I want to say about that is it's because they know, at least on a subconscious level, or they're on a higher self level, they know that, I want to word this the right way. They know that you understand. At least maybe they're hoping that you do. Hopefully you're not getting pulled into their drama, like I said. Because what I want to say is, it's not like they want to. On a conscious level or subconscious level, they don't want to drop that connection with you. But because they've got so many things at once, they have to let something go. And what is their higher self going to do? Their higher self is going to say, let that go. Because the higher self is in control of everything. It's in control of the connection. This is for some of you. I mean, there's others of you that are hearing from your twins as well. But still, even if you're in communication, even if you are in a relationship, okay, even if you're in a traditional 3D relationship with your twin, and I talk to a lot of people that are in that situation too. Everyone is trying to find that balance and that peace, okay, because this is a collective movement. This is not just on a personal level. This is the divine masculine energy on the planet trying to ground itself. So it's a much bigger than 2 individuals. So everybody's feeling it. I also got this card with it for their biggest challenge, miscommunication, which I think clearly shows like either there's an argument, there's a pulling back, there's a tension in your energy, just maybe like butting heads. Even if you're coming into that place of reconnection, communication, you're still likely to be feeling some challenges within that as you balance the energies. Also have Osiris came out from the Ascended Masters, that father, husband, brother, son. So obviously the challenge right now is grounding that divine masculine energy, healing the patriarchal system, and healing our ancestral lines. Lots and lots of clearing going on with our ancestral lines at this time as well. And all the karmic situations. Not just with a karmic partner, but all karma. Okay, so what can we do? We have this challenge going on. And what can the masculine energy do to assist in overcoming the challenges? Embrace and dreams coming true. This is saying divine masculine energy. Just embrace the situation. However you find things coming to you, whatever you're being faced with, just embrace it. By that I mean, just let go of attachment to it. Don't let yourself be drawn into it. Just accept Now this is the World card. So this is representing the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Means you're in a transitional period. Beginnings and endings all happening. Not an easy time, but as I said, just embrace it. Dreams coming true. I feel this is saying what needs to happen is the masculine needs to believe that their dreams can come true. For a long time, they've been in a place of thinking, moving forward, moving on in a multitude of ways, not just in this twin flame connection. It's not possible. They haven't been able to see with any clarity the way that their dreams could materialize. This is where the shift is happening right now. And maybe it hasn't come through for some of them yet, but as we head into August, more and more these little things are going to start manifesting for the divine masculine. Things are going to start flowing. We need to get through this eclipse and this big releasing energy. That's going to create a real shift. Once the masculine begins to see the changes coming, the things beginning to happen, to manifest, they're going to get that click in their head that, yeah, things can happen. My dreams can come true. Things can change, and there's a way out of this. Right now, what they're having to do is go through a purification process, and that is the window that we're in leading up to this eclipse and after the eclipse. Letting go, releasing on all kinds of levels, purifying the fears, the anger, the stuck emotions, purifying the body because the physical body is becoming more sensitive, and many masculines will be feeling the sensitivity in their body. Purifying relationships that aren't serving them anymore. Purification of the ego self. What they're needing to surrender right now. What are they needing to let go of? The first is surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. That's definitely a theme here we're going to see in the cards, that the masculine energy is having a hard time allowing joy into their life. For, again, a multitude of reasons. Could be because they're letting go, because they're having to release, because they're under so much stress, they can't see a way out, etc., etc. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So all aspects of your life is being healed right now, divine masculine. Surrender your fears of intimacy. You're ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening up your heart. This is a big one, right? And I've been talking about this in my last readings, how we've been in a process of opening up our hearts to a new level. The masculine in all of us, male and female, has been opening up the masculine side of our hearts, letting go of the fear of vulnerability and the need to protect ourselves. Because that blocks intimacy, that creates a heart wall. It doesn't allow you to connect fully with someone when you don't have the capacity to be vulnerable. And that's a challenging process to go through. And it's challenging each and every one of us, no matter what our gender is or what energy we identify with. It's just that I think for some of you divine feminines that have been on this journey for a while, you have probably healed enough to where it's easier for you to allow your vulnerability right now. But you're still going to face moments where your divine masculine energy within is going to say, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to say that. And it's going to bring up that fear within you. Some of that may be connected to your divine masculine partner as well, because you're a team. You're working on the same things. So what is being healed right now in the divine masculine? The first card is Sacral Chakra. Okay, the Sacral Chakra is very important because this is connected to joy. And the card that came up from the Ascended Masters here was Maitreya, Power of Joy. We had the Surrender to Joy card. This is a huge theme right now for the masculine energy. Because when the sacral chakra is blocked, we don't fully allow joy into our life. We have a hard time being playful. We have a hard time being creative. We can't be intimate when our sacral chakra is blocked. This is the seat of our sexual energy. So there's a fear of intimacy that goes along with that. Any kind of sexual issue, shame, guilt, fears, all would be connected to the sacral chakra. If we're trying to be too controlling, that can be connected to the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is also our emotions. It's allowing our emotions to be expressed, allowing our emotional selves to take that vulnerable part of ourself and allow it to come out. So you can see how the sacral chakra is very connected for the masculine right now. Sacral chakra, because it's our sexual center, our creative center, it's also connected to passion, which goes along with joy. The sacral chakra is awakening more in the masculine energy so that they can shift out of their lifeless state, their rut. This can cause codependency as well, and that disconnection from our emotions. All of these things need to be cleared out and healed so that we can get to that creative self and that ability to manifest. These are the things we need for manifestation: joy, passion, creativity, letting go. So, very important part of the process for the divine masculine. We also have the detach card, which is this is justice, I think, number 11. Staying balanced. And the detach is part of the letting go process. Detaching from the drama of all the situations, from all the obstacles that are coming up, from all the battles that are being brought. For those that are in karmic relationships, many are going to be detaching from that relationship. It might seem counterintuitive to what I just said, because I talked about being in our passion and our joy, and this is saying detach. But it's needing to detach from the codependency, the false beliefs, the programming, the relationships that aren't allowing the joy. Maybe that's not the right way to say it, because I don't want to say not allowing, because that takes the power away from us and puts it somewhere else. And we always have the power to make choices about what we let in. It's more about controlling our ego, so our ego doesn't get attached to all the drama, but stays in that very neutral state. This card also came up for what is being healed for the Divine Masculine. Sorry that there's a glare on the cards and you can't see very well. This is hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So there's this aspect of Divine Masculine tuning into their worth, their own beauty, their own knowledge, confidence, power. And in return, that brings hope. Because even though this is the name of the master, hope, I feel like the card is saying that it's hope that is being healed. So what is the future energy for the Divine Masculine? The first card is the Ace of Wands, or new vitality, in this deck. This is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland deck, by the way. New vitality. This is that sacral chakra being cleared out. Passion, joy, creativity, abundance, excitement, all of those things being brought up to the surface. When Mars goes direct and we come out of this gateway, the Divine Masculine is going to be having this influx of new vitality within them. And that goes for all of us, because, as I said in my last reading, for me, I'm not feeling real inspired right now. I'm bringing creative ideas through, but I'm not really taking much action on those creative ideas. So again, look at it as a Divine Masculine within you. If you're feeling like you're in a slump as well, then new vitality is coming. And, Ace of Wands, this is manifestation as well. New beginnings, new inspiration. Also, future energy of the Divine Masculine, Angus, twin flames. So this card represents a reconnection between twin flames. And also, I think it can mean going deeper into the healing process. I'm feeling like for a lot of Divine Masculines, there's going to be this deeper understanding of the twin flame connection. And with that deeper understanding, the energy to move forward on things that maybe has challenged them or they've been struggling with before. But I feel like there's definitely going to be a shift in the future of wanting to understand and explore that connection on a deeper level. We also have Romoko, God of Awakening. So this tells us that there is this new consciousness that's being born. It's not to say that the divine masculine are not awake. They are awake. But there's an even deeper connection when they go through this clearing process and they shed a lot of their fears that have not allowed all this other stuff to come through. Because this is coming from a deeper connection to their intuition. As I said, they're getting into their heart space now. When they move into their heart space, this stuff is going to just go to another level. What are their thoughts around union energy? First, we have solar plexus. Okay, so this is the next. The other chakra card. We have two chakra cards, solar plexus and sacral chakra. Okay, and this is connected to the union energy because it's about empowerment and how for the divine masculine, for many, I won't say for all, there's been a little bit of procrastination. There's been an inability to move forward. There's been confusion. They haven't been able to fully embrace their power, putting other people first, putting the feelings of other people first, have all been affecting the situation. But the solar plexus chakra is also undergoing that healing, where the divine masculine is becoming more empowered, ready to shine, ready to take action. And the solar plexus to me is connected to that Leo energy of empowerment and creativity. Even though creativity comes more from the sacral, but you need the solar plexus in order to take the action steps you need in that creativity, if that makes sense. But this is good. This, for the masculine energy within all of us to be more empowered and helping us move forward is so important. We have Manjushri, listen. Okay, so this is their thoughts about union. So I feel this card is saying that the divine masculine is getting messages and downloads and intuitive guidance from their higher self about union, and they're listening to it. But we also have this codependency and inner child, which, go together. So we still have to overcome these two issues. But this is connected to these two cards. Because healing the solar plexus and listening to the intuitive guidance is what is needed. What is needed to help heal these things. Remember, these two chakras, the solar plexus and the sacral, have a lot to do with codependency. And when those come into a more balanced state, that'll be able to be let go of. This inner child also has to do with vulnerability. Because you see here these two people the way they're acting is not what they're feeling inside, is what's being shown here. The feeling inside their little inner child is wanting love and comfort. But on the outside, they're turning their back and they're acting like they don't care because they don't want to appear vulnerable. They're lacking in self-confidence. They're lacking the ability to be authentic and speak their truth because the inner child is needing healing. What is the divine masculine working on that's helping unions come together? Opportunity beckons. 4 of Cups. Well, for a long time, the divine masculine energy has been feeling they haven't wanted to see everything. And I'm going back to that card, dreams come true. They haven't wanted to see that their dreams can come true. They've been focused on the past. They've been focused on the mistakes, what hasn't gone right, the inability to move forward. And because of that, they haven't been able to see the positive. They haven't been able to let go of those things. They haven't been able to see the opportunities that are being brought here. I think many have felt that the opportunity of their connection with their twin was past. Like it was water under the bridge. Why keep mulling over that when that opportunity has been lost? Maybe even thinking, I blew it. I blew that chance. So they're being guided to heal that and instead to see the good, to see the positive, to see the opportunities that are there for healing and for moving forward, and the opportunities that are coming as gifts from the universe. We also have Serapis Bey, go now. So for some, this is going to be leaving those situations that aren't serving them anymore. For many, it will be a karmic situation that they'll be told, go now. Or whatever other karma was holding them back. I also feel that it's saying go now, as in go towards your twin. Move towards your union. Because Serapis Bey, his message go now can either be go towards something or go away from something. And maybe it's a little bit of both. We have to let go of the old to go towards the new. We also have Babaji, soul expansion. So how the divine masculine is helping union energies is they're in a big expansion process and they're seeing the connection between everything, and they're seeing union. That union is with everything because we're all one. Their expanding consciousness is showing them the deeper connection of all things. This card also came up for how they're helping unions, separation, and they're moving away from separation. And this has come up in my last few readings where I've talked about the fact that we're healing the idea of separation, and that idea has been stopping us from moving forward into union. So we have to feel the separation in order to heal the separation. And as their chakras are being cleared out, the lower chakras, and they can connect more with their emotional self, and they can feel confident enough to I want to connect with that emotional side. It's like they're feeling more empowered to, what I'm getting is not block things anymore. Because in the past, it's like they had a wall up, they had a shield up, certain things they didn't want to see or they didn't want to deal with, so they just blocked it out. And that is being removed so that they can feel that emotional connection. And if you're, suddenly allowing your emotions to flow and you're a twin flame, what are you going to feel? You're going to feel the separation from your twin intensely. That's the prime motivator to change. How is the divine masculine seeing the divine feminine? Energy and communion. Well, the deep bond is there. They're wanting that deeper connection. Think about this card as opposed to the miscommunication card that we pulled out for challenge, where we had two people trying to talk, but they were at odds with each other. Now we have two people that are in a deep state of connection, that are able to be open with each other, that are able to be vulnerable with each other and express their true feelings. So when they see the divine feminine, this is what they're wanting. This is what is inspiring them to move forward. The divine masculine wants to feel that passion again. They want to feel that zest for life. And the more that they clear, the more that feeling is going to push them forward. We also have the energy card. So what I'm getting from this is that they're feeling the connection. They're really feeling the connection to the divine feminine energy. They might be feeling your emotions. The thought of you, the connection to you, they're understanding that that is what is the healing process that they're going through. What does the divine masculine feel for the divine feminine? Chemistry. There's a magnetic attraction here. This card has been coming up every time for what the divine masculine is feeling, which tells us that the divine masculine is being pulled towards the feminine. Remember, this is it's physics. It's a physics connection. It's a chemical connection. Still not the right words that I want to say. But you guys watch me enough to know what I mean by that. It's a connection that goes beyond our ability to control it. It's physics, you being drawn together like magnets. And when this card comes up, this is the divine masculine saying to you, divine feminine, that you don't need to worry. Things are being handled. It's chemistry. It's out of anyone's hands. You can't really fight the chemistry here. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel like this is the divine masculine asking the divine feminine to wait, to be patient. and to understand that they are doing the best they can to get through this energy. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So they're also saying that they would like to have a reconciliation with you. And that is the goal. That is why they're going through this process right now. What messages do they have for the Divine Feminine? The first one is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I feel like the Divine Masculine is saying to the Feminine, make sure that you don't have any codependencies going on in your life. Make sure that you're free of the things that you need to let go of so that you're prepared. Because if you're letting your partner, do all the work, but you're not doing your own work, like what good is it if they change their life? They leave their karmic partner, they do this and that, and they get ready and they come to you, but you haven't been doing your changes, and you still have a lot of fears, and you're still in your karmic relationship, and you haven't found your independence yet, and you haven't been able to move forward. It will be useless. So focus on yourself and getting all of your loose ends tied up. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So if you're having a hard time with this energy, you're feeling triggered, you're going through purging, or you're struggling with your union energies, ask for help. If you don't have any friends around you, join a Twin Flame group. I'm a administrator for Dio Veselinov's group. I am Twin Flame on Facebook, which is a public group. So if you need to connect with others, come and join our group. Has one way. There's lots and lots of groups on Facebook. My friend Debbie Dubois also has a good one, True Sacred Union. But ask for help. Don't try and go it alone. You don't have to. And also, I feel that card's about receiving and working on your ability to receive. Because like I said, start thinking about that. If the Divine Masculine shows up at your door, are you ready? Are you able to receive love? And the last card is Shekinah, the Shekinah, sacred self. And I feel like this is the Divine Masculine saying to the Divine Feminine, embrace your feminine energy. Know your goddess power. Be in your high priestess energy. Know that you're sacred. It says, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So I'm going to pull a Journey of Love card for the Divine Masculine before I go. This reading is, of course, longer than I had intended it to be. Their card is Shakti, number 19. Shakti is divine feminine fire. She is the body awakened with light. She is the divine feminine, and she is the kundalini, the energetic force that moves through us, triggered by love that leads to enlightenment of our body. With our kundalini coming alive within us, we cannot remain as we once were. It's impossible. We may try to lead the same lives, be the same in our relationship patterns, and perhaps even behave properly, but it simply cannot be done. Soon our disguise slips and people wonder, what happened to her or what's gotten into him? We are on fire with the divine, and we cannot help but misbehave. We are no longer satisfied with trying to be the good child or fearing we are the bad child. We know ourselves instead to be the divine child. That child divine lives fully and with passionate fire, not doing things the way they're supposed to be done perhaps, but living instead from the heart. Our body may ache as we burn through old pain, and sometimes the light within may seem so bright it blinds us for the moment. But that will pass, and the misbehaving will suddenly be seen for what it is. The old rules just don't fit anymore. You don't plug a globe capable of illuminating the whole world into the bedside reading lamp without burning down the house. Best to let that light shine as it was meant to, in the big arena. Shakti is making your light grow, beloved. Be prepared to shine brighter. This oracle brings you a message. You're going through energetic shifts in your subtle anatomy. Because your energy body and physical body have already begun to merge with each other, the energetic shifts will affect your physical body too. It's always wise to consult a healthcare practitioner, but at least some of your physical challenges at the moment, from aches and pains to tiredness, are due to this energetic awakening. Take responsible action as you feel is necessary, such as tending your physical well-being with healthcare that feels supportive. But also remember to rest. Get some time in nature and nurture your body as it's spiritually awakening into greater light. The poem is, I have watched you hurting and felt helpless to make life better for you. Loving you is having to make choices, to let you be who you are, who you become, and all the who's yet to come. To love you is to ride the waves of your passionate embrace of life, ever mindful of the change in the wind and the occasional tempest brewing. Loving you is having to make choices, knowing it isn't my fault. I can still choose to take it personally or just be, while I listen and watch you unfold. Your heart is a beauty I will always love. It's the part of you that hasn't changed much over time. When I lie beside you and hear you breathe, when I touch your skin or caress your hair, you are timeless, and I choose loving you. That is a beautiful poem, and I think it goes for both ways. That poem fits for how the masculine is thinking about the feminine and how the feminine's thinking about the masculine. And at this stage, I feel we just kind of have to let each other be, just to do the growth and trust in that divine timing. This is number 19. This is reduces to 1, new beginning energy. This card is showing just how much the masculine is working and trying to move forward. They're having a Kundalini awakening, which makes sense with the 2 chakra cards that we got. And the Kundalini moving through the 2nd and 3rd chakra. And when the 2nd and 3rd chakra clear, what is the next? 4th chakra is the heart chakra. And that will be when the masculine is able to open up their heart. But yeah, they're getting a bit rebellious. The old doesn't apply anymore. They're moving past the programming, moving past the old rules, and they're wanting to take more of a risk. Thank you guys. I hope that video was helpful to you and brought you some message that you needed to hear. I will be back doing the Divine Feminine reading. Thank you so much. Love you guys, and I'll speak to you soon.